today, like that happens all the time. We've all experienced it. But the reason that people wanted to work under this guy is because they trusted him, and they trusted that when they left, he wouldn't be saying bad things behind their back. And so that was something that I really tried to implement, I guess, in my life this year, because it makes, I mean, that can't feel good to have someone talk bad behind your back, and it makes you wonder if that person's, I mean, if someone's talking bad about someone else, it makes you wonder what they say about you. And so I've tried to keep that story in the back of my mind throughout this year, like not only as being HP, but just with my friends or other people. So I tried to be a lot more intentional this year with what I say about people. So I've been trying to make an effort to think positively about people. Even my least favorite person in the world has something that I can say positive about them. So I try to kind of focus on that instead. And I'm not saying that I do it all the time, because I know everyone has their moments when they need to vent about something or someone that's bothering them, but I'm trying to not do that as much, because I want people to be able to feel like I'm going to say something positive about them when they leave as well. And what I did find out, I realized that I actually do that a lot anyway. So, like, people make fun of me sometimes because I'll just be standing with people and someone will leave and I'll be like, oh my gosh, I like him or something. And they'll be like, well, duh, like, you're friends with them. And I'm like, well, I just wanted to say it because I feel like sometimes I don't say it enough. And I think that's important, is letting people know how important they are to you and what you do like about them, because it's not always something that we put out there because we assume they know. But it's nice to hear it, I think. To me, affirmation does not have to be specifically saying, you're a really good singer, or you have a really big heart, something like that. I think it can be just anything that lets someone know that they mean something to you, or that they're worth your time or your effort, just that they're important to you in some way. So I think that could just be smiling at someone or giving them a hug. It could be writing them a note, or sending them a text, or calling them just to see how they're doing, making time to spend with them, or straight up telling them, hey, I like you, you know? So, like, I think all of that is affirmation, to me anyway. And I think that all of those things, when people, when people write me notes, or when people call me or text me, that means a lot to me. And so I've tried to do that more with other people. And the nice thing about Graceland is it's really easy to do that, because you can walk by some random person on the sidewalk and smile at them, and it's okay. Where in other places that might be weird. But that's one of my favorite things about being here. And a lot of my biggest affirmers are actually here. Like, Leah writes me notes all the time, even if it's about nothing. She'll just write me a note and be like, you know, you're my friend, and I'm glad we're friends, and that makes me really happy. Or June wrote me a note the other day, and it made my day. Or she wrote a little post-it and left on my mirror one time when she was in my room. And Lindsay gives me hugs all the time when I see her. And Whitney wrote me a note the other day, and me and Ben have a handshake, and that makes me happy. Whenever I see Ben, we have the handshake. And it's stuff like that that makes me feel good. So I've tried to pass that on to other people, just so that they know how I appreciate them. Big example, I had my honors presentation last week, and those of you that have heard me talk about it, I was really kind of freaked out. So I came back to my room on Monday afternoon, and my entire doorway was covered with Post-it notes and drawings of monkeys and little notes of encouragement from the lovely women on my hall. And I was like blown away, because I didn't know all of them even knew that I was about to do that. And then so many of them even came to my presentation, and Daniel came, and Nathan came, and Leah came, and so many people wished me luck that couldn't go, or like a lot of the other HPs just texted me and said, hey, I hope it goes well, or asked me how it went afterwards, and that meant a lot. And they were like, oh, you would have done fine even if we weren't there. And I was like, no, like, it really meant a lot that I had people behind me, because it made me feel a lot less nervous. By the time I was up there, I was not nervous at all. I'm actually more nervous about talking now than I was then. But just stuff like that really, it can really make a bad day into a good one. Like just one little note or one hug from someone just walking by. It doesn't even have to be something that takes a lot of time. I even have 2 giant bulletin boards in my room where I pin up little notes that people have written me or pictures that they've drawn me or little origami fish that Lily has made me. And whenever I'm getting really mad or I'm upset about something, I kind of look up there and I see that those people cared enough to write me a note and those people cared enough to draw me a picture. So I keep them all just so that it's like right there so I can't miss it. And it always makes me feel better. So I guess the main thing that I really wanted you guys to take away from this is just to take time to affirm the people that you care about. Showing them that you care doesn't really take a lot of time necessarily, and it can be something really little. But I think letting the people that matter to you know that they matter so much is a really good thing. And it feels really good to know that you matter to someone else. So I personally think it feels better to let someone else know how much they mean to you. And you have no idea how much it could mean to them. So go affirm people. Thank you.